So I'm going to take about 20 minutes to talk about what we are doing in the Kaizen Institute. But before I jump in there, I'll share a message I received. The Kaizen Institute is working both in India and Africa very closely with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, BMGF. So my friend Matthias from Ethiopia, I don't know whether he has reached here, he sent me a message that the CEO, Mark Zuman, I think his name is, of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation from Seattle is coming to Ethiopia. He wants to meet all of us. So he said, I have an invitation and there is an event, we have to meet him. All the partners who are working with the Gates Foundation. So I sent a message to a lady in Gates Foundation. She said, yes, your name is on the list. Then after, this is all WhatsApp, and after 20 seconds she said, where are you coming from? I said, I'll be probably coming in from Nairobi because I'm going to be in Nairobi in that week, or maybe India. 20 seconds. She said, I spoke to the organizers and please don't fly for this event. Because the CEO has said that make sure that very minimal people will fly to this event. You can join online, but please don't fly. Thank you very much. If you have somebody on the ground, please send him, otherwise don't fly for this event. So what I'm trying to say is, these are realities, and I'm very happy that Zoom and all that, is really mushroomed. And of course, there is a great value of human interaction. When you meet face to face, we can resolve many things. At the end of the day, we are all humans. But how do you blend technology? How do you blend the physical contact with virtual contact? All these will become very interesting as an opportunity, not really as a challenge. So with that, I'm going to share a few things that we are doing at the Kaizen Institute. And I would start off with Sensei Masaki Imai. We are here today, at least I'm here today because of him, because he is the person who started the global movement of Kaizen. He brought Kaizen to the English world, and he wrote the first book called Kaizen, the second book called Gemba Kaizen. At the age of 92, he released his third book. And very unfortunately, we lost Sensei Masaki Imai last June at the age of 93. So we really, he's the man who started the Kaizen Institute. The Kaizen Institute operates in 50 countries today. And the word Kaizen was brought to the world because of the book that he wrote. And there was a time in the 1990s when Kaizen was really understood. It had very, very popular because Toyota was beating the Americans in their business. And when they asked, what is the reason behind Toyota? What is the reason behind Sanyo? What's the reason behind Brother? What's the reason behind Kobe Steel? Everybody would say Kaizen, we eliminate waste. So people want to know, because by 1990s, the Western world was getting chewed by the Japanese. And, Japan was this small country which came from nowhere. They were bombed during World War II. And I said, what the hell are they doing? And all his life, he had one message. Mr. Masaki Imai had one message. And that message is improve what you have. Improve what you have. And I request all of you to please dwell on this for 10 seconds. Improve what we have. If you look at this message that Mr. Imai spoke decades ago, and if you connect it with ESG, I'm sure you see the link. Because if we continue using more and more, adding more and more, we will land up to the problems that Doctor just mentioned. That 1.5, tipping the 1.5 degree. And probably we are reached here today because we have not utilized what we have, improved what we have, been intelligent about it, and we have always been focused on adding and not utilizing more efficiently. And I'll explain this a little more. And I was just reflecting, and I personally believe, maybe some of you will understand, that improving what you have, becoming more efficient is not only good for your balance sheet, but it is going to save our Mother Earth. And that is the message that now the new avatar of this is ESG. Because whenever we talk of improvement, what comes to our mind? Add. Go to a sales head of a company and say, please increase sales. He'll say, sure, sir, I need some more salesmen, I need some more products, I need some more credit, give me advertising budget, give me, I will give you sales. You go to a production guy and say, improve production, he'll say, yeah, sure, I need some more equipment, I need inventory, I need space, give me, I'll improve. The moment you say improve, the first thing that our mind talks about is give me. Because if you don't give me, what can I give you? First is add. Because a lazy mind thinks of adding as a way to improve. And Masaki Imoi always said that if your pocket is empty, your brains become dull. Don't you think so? So many of us, instead of solving problems, we throw resources at it. Simple example, if sales is not happening, let us add 2 more salesmen. If you don't know how to improve the OE of an equipment, let's keep a spare equipment. You don't know how to manage inventory, keep extra inventory. Hide everything. Somebody said greenwashing, this is whitewashing. You hide your problems by adding more resources. So the whole message that Mr. Imai had is delete, 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 and I'm very happy today that delete is so strongly connected with improve what you have mindset. Don't you agree with me? Right? So we have come back a full circle. What took Japan to their levels of efficiency was because they didn't have the luxury to spend. When they were bombed, they had no natural resources. Japan has no iron ore, no gold, no oil and gas. They are an import-dependent country. And when you have to import, you have to make sure that you are using every resource efficiently. And I think the biggest gift, when I was in Japan, I've heard people saying the biggest gift we got was we had no resources. Because when you have no water, you will be very careful. You go to Rajasthan where there is no water in Kutch. I come from Ahmedabad, you know what they say in Gujaratis? I'm sure Gujaratis would know this. They'll ask, Tabiyat pani kem che? That is a greeting. Greeting is, kem cho, tabiyat pani kem che? For translation, people say, how are you? How is your health and water? I used to think, health and water? Why is he talking about water? Because where they stay, if you have water, you have everything else. What is happening in Whitefield in Bangalore today? People are fighting for water. So this is the reality, my friends. If we are not going to improve what we have, if we are not going to save everything, we will finish our life, we will attend maybe Kaizen Congress 16, 17, but there will be no Kaizen Congress 40 and 45. There will be nothing left for our children. And our children and grandchildren will curse us as a society the way we curse some of our past generations for the stupidity they did. So we'll be remembered as stupid people who created all the problems for us. So this reuse, all these beautiful slogans come from that. And Masaki Imai always said that this has to become a culture. It has to become something, it cannot be a project. So ESG, becoming conscious of good governance, becoming conscious of our environment is not a project. Unfortunately, we are in the Six Sigma project culture. How many projects did you do? We did 17 projects. Very good. No need of 18. 17 is good. That is our target. Even if you do 100 projects, your company will not transform. Culture is not built by projects. Culture is built when you do certain things every day. It engages everyone and it happens everywhere. And that is what ESG has to become. That is what truly Kaizen is. But unfortunately, instead of this, the situation in most companies is instead of doing improvements, eliminating waste every day in all aspects of your business by engaging everyone, we are doing it someday. Some people are involved and it is somewhere. Don't you agree with me? And worse than this is there are thousands and thousands of companies where the story is no day, no one, nowhere improves. We'll say somebody will fix it. So real challenge is, can we move from this no to some to this situation? That is when the tipping point will happen, and that's the message we're trying to say. I'm going to very quickly go through some rules which are very important for us in Kaizen Institute when we talk of improvement, and try to connect this with ESG, sustainability. Rule number 1 is improve the whole and not the bits. This morning I met A. Raymond's, one of our clients, and they said, we are going down the total quality path. We want to challenge the Deming price. Total quality management, total productive maintenance. Why is the word total used? Total means holistic, sampurna. You can't go to a gym and only exercise your right arm. This will become like Tiger Shroff. What about the rest of the body? Right? So it has to be holistic. So when you apply ESG, when you talk of saving on water, and I'll come to that very quickly, you have to look at how design, new product development can support your sustainability. Because you design products which are circular friendly, which can be reused, which has less impact. You select materials which are easy or recycled. In procurement, in huge opportunities, in conversion, manufacturing, in sales and distribution, the potential to improve is everywhere. And if you just go and only improve factory, that is not enough. Rule number two is we have to start with our business goals, and we have to make sure that the improvements we do are connected with the business goals. This looks very simple, right? But unfortunately, in many organizations in India, in many countries, people do many activities. People are busy with activities. Activities does not mean you're reaching your goals. So people say, yes, we are doing Six Sigma, yes, we are doing this, we are doing this, we have this, we are doing. Is it improving your sustainability? Is it improving your balance sheet, customer experience? We don't know. So how do you make sure that what you improve is in line with what you want to have as a goal? That's the Hoshin part, Hoshin country. Make sure you drive your car towards your destination. And that is why I always say Uber. The moment you book in Uber, the first thing it will ask you is, where do you want to go? Automatically it picks up, where are you? And once it has these 2 points, it will tell you what is the fastest, cheapest, easiest way to go there. So we have to fix 2 points. Where are we today? Where do we want to go? And unless we do that, you can't improve. It applies to sustainability, ESG. And all of us, I think, want to achieve 3 things. We want to become better, whether it is in terms of our quality or sustainability, energy usage. We want to all become fast, because today it's all about agility, speed, and we want to achieve more. India is an expanding economy. We want to produce more. If I talk to many businesses, they all say we are adding capacity, we are increasing. Everybody is pretty positive. So these are called the universal goals. Everybody wants to become better. Everyone wants to become faster. Everybody wants to achieve more. And that is what we can do by eliminating waste and becoming more efficient. Rule number 3 is all about flow. So in any company, for example, if it's a manufacturing company, materials come in and finished good go out, and in this there is a material flow. It goes through various processes, and in this flow, as you eliminate waste along the flow, what happens is your throughput time, your time comes down. Time has a very serious relationship with inventory. Inventory impacts your sustainability, because the more you consume, the more you carry, the more is. So as doctor said, it is all interlinked. And it's a very interesting thought you said, sir. How do you link improvements with not just the balance sheet impact, but we also have some very interesting linkages with sustainability goals. So it's all about improving flow. It's all about improving flow. And when we improve flow, of course, your cash flow is also improved. So the third message is flow, and of course, if you want to improve flow, you have to eliminate all these enemies, which is called Muda Mura Muri, which you all know. Transformation rule number 4 is, when you are improving a company, it is not just the tools that are important. For example, I am using PowerPoint. It's a fantastic tool, but PowerPoint will not work unless I have Windows 10 in my computer. This Windows 10 is called the operating system. In a company, the operating system is called culture. If you don't build culture, tools will not give you impact. If you take 2 companies, they probably buy the same tool. They buy an ERP. One CEO says, oh, this fantastic ERP, we went live, we are very happy, we were live in 1 year. The other CEO says, really, we are struggling with ERP implementation for 3 years. Is it a problem with the tool? No, the tool is same. The cultures are different. The operating system is not there. And culture is nothing but people and processes. How do you build people and what do they do? That's culture. So in the Kaizen way of thinking, it is not just tools. Unfortunately, consultants, they sell tools. Unfortunately, CEOs want to buy tools. Tools are important, but they exist in an operating system. You have to build both, and that combination is what Masaki Imai developed called the Kaizen business system, where I don't want to go into the details, but on the left-hand side and right-hand side are tools, some focused on quality cost, some focused on growth, and in the middle is the operating system, which is the change model, the glue. It holds everything together. So please think, only tools will not get you there. If you want true change, we need tools and the culture, which is people and process. That is what is the next message we wanted to share. And one of the best ways to engage people is to invest in daily work management. Culture changes when you change what you do daily, because what you do daily is what you get weekly, what you get weekly is what you get monthly, quarterly, annually. If you have to win annually, you have to win daily. And that is why saving on water, energy, electricity daily is very important. If you want to achieve your 1.5, what you are going to do today is very important. Unless we see that link, it's not going to happen. Daily actions give us the big improvements. Transformation rule number 5. It's not just about eliminating waste in the Kaizen, in the operations, but it is about looking at these 5 enemies that we talk about, very closely today. So there are, typically in manufacturing, there are 5 enemies we are dealing with. One is the amount of air stress we are creating, how much of pollution we are adding, how much of heat we are adding to the to the air. Next is use of non-renewable energy. How much of the energy that we consume is from is renewable energy. Water stress in terms of usage and pollution. How much are we, how much is our consumption of water, and how much of the water are we destroying? Are we recycling water? Next comes use of non-biodegradable material. I hope there's nobody from Amazon, but in my family, we order from Amazon and many other such things. You get one toothpaste, and the amount of packing that comes with it, it's unbelievable. And I feel so guilty. And it's such a big box, and I think, oh wow, we got some very big gift. The one toothpaste inside. You open that, for that there is a tape, there is a box, and then this and that. Where are we going? Where are we going? And finally, whenever we do business, we harm the birds, the bees, the trees, the water bodies. So at the Kaizen Institute, for these 5 enemies, please take a photograph of this if you want. We talk of 3 things: realize, minimize, neutralize. So there are 5 enemies, my friends, and there are 5 actions we have to take. First is, as doctor was saying, we have to realize what is the air pollution we are creating. There is something called green value stream mapping that we do. Along the value stream, how much of water stress, how much of air stress, how much of non-biodegradable material are we using? Are we creating any ecological damage? Did we have birds when we started the factory, and 5 years later there's no birds, no trees? We used to have a lake nearby that has shrunk. So we have to first realize, measurement, then comes minimize, Kaizen. Can we minimize the impact? And sometimes if you can't minimize it, you neutralize, you offset. So if I cut 100 trees because I had to put a plant, maybe I go to Assam and plant 100,000 trees. That's one idea of offsetting. There are many other ideas. So it's not just about improving your process, but also looking at these elements. The last rule that we talk about is digital. Today there is a lot of focus. It's almost like a tsunami, a craze on digital. And everybody says, are you going through a digital transformation? If you say no, they'll say, oh my God, you're not having a digital transformation. You should not be breathing. You should be dead. Why are you alive? There's so much of stress on digital transformation. Our message to the world is very simple. Don't go crazy about digital transformation. Go for transformation digital. That means you have to transform your business, then use relevant digital technologies. You got to flip this understanding, my friends. Just going digital is not the solution. And all of us have an app, flight radar or something, where you can track your flight. And my son tells me, oh, your flight is going to take off, and he will track that I am, at 36,000 feet, I will land. It's fantastic information at the fingertips, information on your phone. But there is no way you can make the flight land faster. So today we're in flight radar 22 situation. Information on mobile phone, what will you do with it? There is in fact anxiety because of excess information. We don't know what to do with the information. So if you can't improve, why have so much of information? So today what we need to do is, when you talk of digitization, I think the first thing is we need to learn the art of improvement. How do you connect data with improvement? Problem solving. We have to learn to optimize. We need to cut waste and then digitize. If you digitize something that is less waste, it will be more optimal. You will get more benefits because of digital technologies. So, please think and reflect on this. So, I will end with one simple message. There are many gods to worship, and I think our message is, please worship one God, and that is say no to waste, whether it's in the form of muda mura muri, it's waste of water, waste created that we are dumping into the air. We have to become warriors of waste. Otherwise, we will be wasted. Thank you very much.